I can't log into the...
Can you... Hello.
Hi guys, welcome back.
Brand new banger.
Welcome back to Nzansi Reality.
You're jamming with the hottest disc jockey.
We just had an exclusive.
Hot new mix.
We couldn't wait for it to go cold. I'm sure most of you now have gotten these news. Okay, Advocate Teffo is back.
He is back.
Advocate Teffo is back, you guys. He's back on the case on the Sangoma trial. He still says he's on the watching brief.
Yes.
And it looks like attorney T.T. Tobani will be the one who will be speaking. Hey, Mina, I'm not even on that. What I am on are these allegations that Advocate Teffo is kind of throwing in the air. Like, what? In fact, it's the reason why I said, Mr. Anonymous, let's go live. Because some of the allegations, Mr. Anonymous, Ziatusa.
What about them?
They are shocker. Okay, he put this on his Twitter account. He says, I will continue representing accused 1 to 4 and will be in court on the 2nd of August 2022. And then he continues to say that it is time to deal with the institutionalized corruption within the SAPS and the NPA. I am prepared to deal with it even if it's risky.
Yeah.
We have made requests to the state which should be met before the 2nd of August 2022. And we will respond to these Sangomas sent to mess with us in the case.
All right.
So that is where I was like, huh? And we will respond to these Sangomas sent to mess with us in the case. And then he put up a document. On the document here, he put up, it's 12, 13, and 14. And it says, section 12, 13, and 14 says, on the 28th of April 2022, I was arrested inside the court by Sergeant Muswingini of Gauteng Provincial Investigative Unit as per the arrangement of the state, including the 2 ministers, namely Messrs. Begitele and Ronald Lamola, respectively. And Advocate Mshololo was central figure in the arrangement of my arrest. All of this information is alleged and coming from Advocate Teffo's account on Twitter. So it's not me. And Advocate Mshololo was central figure in arrangement of my arrest, as she requested sudden postponement of the matter under the pretext that she was going to attend appeal matter in Durban, and that were lies. 13, I started to have the nightmares after Judge Maumela brought his Sangoma at court, and his ill treatment against me increased more than ever before. I was reliably informed that the involvement of Sangomas in this matter was to cause me to collapse inside the court. This is the witchcraft aimed at destabilizing the defense for accused 1 to 4 and myself being the main target in this regard. Mr. Anonymous.
Yeah.
Ngathi ngiyasaba.
Yeah.
Ngathi ngiyasaba.
Mshololo.
14, section 14 of this letter says, Judge Maumela started taking concoction, guys, concoction in the form of liquid drink every time the court was in session. Hayibo, mina bengithi uphuza amanzi noma iti.
It was concussion.
Jesus. Allegedly. To achieve the said goal of collapsing me inside the court.
Hayibo.
This is the main reason I decided to withdraw from the matter after I informed my client and the attorney. It was not difficult to explain my situation to the accused and their relatives, including Sfiso Meiwa, as African people.
Hi, Bo.
Yeah. And then he says the Sangoma was fortunately witnessed by all the parties when coming to consult with the judge, Maumela, in his chambers. At the time, we were with Judge Maumela.
Hi, Bo.
I don't even know if this is safe or this is what. But, hey, these are some allegations. These allegations. Wait, Mr. Anonymous, we know that these things happen in court, right?
Hey.
We have heard of these professionals. In fact, if you've been in trouble with the law, we know that in the court, there are,
There are forces.
There are forces.
Yeah.
That's why some people can dollar the case or escape incarceration. Abahambi beto, allegedly.
Well, as much as I would agree with Teffo in some instances, I would have thought initially when he took this case, he thought about that.
Maybe he did, ne?
I would have thought
But
really.
Maybe it became too much. Maybe he thought he could handle it. You know, when you are passionate about something, I'm guilty of that, myself included. You just dive in. You know, you are not scanning. You're not scanning through. But yes, you have a point. You certainly have a point.
Yeah, let me read this. Tobilem Kize, hello family. Wow, that's good news. Indeed, it is good news. That's why we're shooting now, guys. That's why we're shooting now. That's why we're shooting now, because these are the news. And I thought this man took all the precautions.
Ne? Because you don't go to the courtroom empty-handed, allegedly.
No. You can on other cases, but not this one.
This one.
This one is really, it's strong. When you go to this one, you must be strong. And you must consistently consult your spiritual things. You can't just go in and expect miracles to happen. If you are a prayer warrior, you must pray from the beginning, middle of the case, end of the case. Any break you get, you pray, because
you must be fasting and praying.
Yes. Yes. You're dealing with serious stuffs here. Skulile Dlomo. Hello guys. Wow, what great news before going to bed. Indeed, it is.
It is great news.
I was expecting this, and indeed, there's someone really who WhatsApped us and said, and I kind of felt that in the last conversation that we had was my argument was that he's still gonna be there in a sense, and perhaps give it to someone who's gonna be able to articulate himself very well, and it must be that whoever that takes that case forward is prepared, because this is not just something that is just happening. You come in with your qualification and then that's it. They will deal with you. I've seen things, guys. When it comes to court cases, someone can really do something and you catch them red-handed, but that person would go out if you're not strong. This is Africa, man. This is Africa. I know one younger that deals with these cases with chicken bones and mixing with the coconut. that is a strong sting that they use there. Chicken bones, bro. Before you go to your stand as a person who's about to be charged.
Yes.
You chow those chicken bones.
You chow the chicken bones.
And then you take them out. As you are doing that, it will deal with the judge. The judge will be sleeping. Judge will be sleeping there.
You know, I've always wondered why some people are chewing in court. And I'm like, what are these people chewing?
They are dealing spiritual.
Yeah.
Florence Nkwana. Evening, Mr. Anonymous and beautiful Emily.
Hello.
Indeed.
Hi, Florence.
Hello, Florence. But I was expecting Teffo to really be strong in terms of that.
Hey. But I guess being strong also requires a budget, you know. You must be strong. And there's one thing that we talked about. Do you remember when we said I don't think Nell has the interest of the family at heart? Yes. And he kept saying that he's a representative for the Veiws family. Now, Advocate Teffo does not want him to be a part of the watching brief anymore. Because he says he's not representing the Veiws family.
Yes.
And Sfiso also said he's no longer needed. Allegedly. There's a time he did say that Sfiso that Kharinel is actually not needed. His job is done. But he insists on being there. And he's saying he represents other members of the Veiws family.
That was for me. That ticked me very wrong, because that means now a family was divided. I even talked about that.
We talked about it.
So maybe they celebrated early. But it's only news that the Teffo is back on the case. It couldn't be more closer than the truth. Because I'm looking at Mhlangabezi's Slay. I hope it's a valid account. Whatever the account is saying, but that Teffo is coming back, that is on the news.
Definitely the fact that Teffo is coming back is on the news. It's on ENCA and SABC. People have reported on it as in like 4 hours ago. So, Mina, I was just like, whoa at these allegations.
And there is Tutugile Nduli saying, I noticed the smile in Mshololo's face during the incident when he was arrested. There was a smile?
Yes.
Mshololo is always smiling.
Well, that day we didn't know exactly who Advocate Mshololo is, but she did not seem upset as to what was happening, because you would feel like, okay, we are defending, both of us are in the defender side, you know. As you are busy being harassed by the police, I should be making some noise or doing something. What's going on, Nyana? She was quite relaxed. And at the time we didn't actually know who she was. We just knew that she's a part of the defense team. So her behavior was not convincing, that she's puzzled by everything that's happening.
Hasn't been convincing
allegedly.
For me. And I read the stats and all that, the success rate. But Mshololo, for me, in this case, I don't have faith in her. Tia Mo Slick, guess who's back with a bang? Man of the Year 2022, Advocate Teffo. Yes. Indeed, he's back.
I was actually very sad when he made that announcement. I was like, why? Why? Because I feel like he's the only hope left.
The hope is the spirit above all the spirits.
Yes.
But we want Teffo in.
Yes.
Do you understand?
Yes.
We want that spirit to use Teffo.
Yes.
Above
really
all
do.
the spirits of this world. That spirit must kick in now.
For him to boldly call out the spirituality element like this.
After, wait for it, after King Baga. Because there is a video of King Baga calling out also such things. You know, I don't know if that video, but the problem is that it was long. I can't play it here. It's too long.
And you didn't have the timestamps of where he said particular things.
But indeed, if you go to that and you understand Zulu, King Baga is a former allegedly ex-boyfriend. No, is it allegedly?
He's denying it now, but back then there were rumors that him and Kelly Khumalo were an item, allegedly.
And there's even the newspaper
yes,
that wrote about them fighting, by the way.
Apparently she attacked King Baga's eye or something like that. And there were also allegations that she did that because King Baga didn't want to leave his wife. Those were all allegations. But we do not know because now he doesn't want to talk about it.
Marei Moyo, Sangoma story makes me laugh. Indeed, it does. But weren't we expecting these things to happen? Well, Tutugile and Tuli is Gaga. Hey, that is indeed is Gaga. Because we were expecting... Now, I felt that he was not over with the case.
Yeah.
Maybe he was going to play the background role. But we are getting more than that. We're getting more than that.
We're getting more.
We are getting more than we bargained.
It is time we have this uncomfortable discussion around the courtroom and the things that are happening there. And for him to boldly bring them out like this, it's very interesting. I've never seen a lawyer who's prepared to say, actually, I don't feel right.
Yeah, the usage of Twitter, if it's not Advocate Teffo, I'm still fine with it because it would sort of clear Teffo if it's not Teffo.
Yeah, it would clear him.
Okay, so we have Upumzile Gebuza. Let's hope that that's not true. I'm talking about the Twitter allegations, but I'm happy if he's coming back. Indeed, we are all happy. And then we go to Lindy. Where evening, my lawyer, my lovely people. We are lovely. Indeed.
Thank you.
Tiam Slick prayer warrior. Oh, indeed, we need that prayer warrior.
Yeah,
whatever you were going
pray.
to use, whatever, unfortunately, Skuli Ledlomo, you removed your message, but we can still see from our side. So we will let you correct your message. I feel like you wanted to correct your message.
Okay.
Go to Tobega D. I love the whispering that's going on. The whispering that is going on, it's on the news. That is how things are rocking now. Tobega D, we got it. It's on the ENCA, and that journalist who allowed Zandi is the one obviously telling the story because
as as Griselda Lewis.
Yeah, I think is a dedicated person for ENCA, but we would prefer to use SABC in this case because I think SABC has been more glued on. That's why we said we would have loved Zandi to actually go to SABC because he was going to get an interview there, not a storytelling session. Story
time, no.
So, Lindiwe is Gagla. Indeed, it's Gagla. It's Gagla. It's huge. It's huge. Even if Advocate Teffo is not the one to talk, it's okay. But whoever talks also, and the whole team, Melebo Chima. In terms of everything, Melebo Chima, they must prepare for everything and anything. Well, Lindani who said, good evening, good people. I'm lost. Nithi Teffo wenzeni Emily, please explain.
Teffo has officially come back from his withdrawal. So he's going to be representing the Meiwa family again. He's continuing where he left off. That is the announcement.
Yes, indeed. I hope you answered, Lindani. Prince Moyo, evening, guys. I think this case needs a wide judge.
Yeah.
I would agree with you there, but the problem with that, you know, I used to believe that they are not actually...
No, in the case of spirituality.
Yeah, look, I used to believe that. I used to believe that. But then I reversed.
What happened? What did you see?
I went back and I started thinking.
What did you see?
There are people who use these things to get jobs.
Yes.
And it still works.
Yes.
Yes.
So what about a judge of no color? I mean, I feel like...
I'm just saying that theory perhaps is there are still people and they still can actually get attacked in that direction. So let us forget about that. I know I grew up being told that that was the case. These things they work. They more them also. Lindy, where Mr. Anonymous kills me with his aibo. Yeah, aibo.
It's a lot. It's gaga.
It's gaga. Mhlangabezi, you deleted your
some people, they'll always be around our infamous clever blacks. Wow. They think he's crazy, he's insane for bringing up all of these allegations. What do you say to such people who are like,
why do we call them clever blacks?
I don't know, but they like to sound relevant by going the opposite.
Yeah.
They like always going the opposite. They know these things happen. Come on now. It's caught. You are fighting for your life. You think you're not gonna include spirituality while you're fighting for your life? You have got to be kidding me.
Okay, there Zena says the case needs a divine intervention. Indeed, it needs a divine intervention. Indeed. Tsiam Slick, we are praying for Advocate Teffo and those who are playing with the will ban. The truth is loading up. Very soon, the world will be shocked by what Teffo uncovered. I feel like there was more information.
Yeah, because we only got three paragraphs.
I feel like Teffo was feeling like the time is closing on him. He started now throwing it all out. And I'm hopeful that after all the spiritual intervention, Therefore, it's going to be more calm. Anxiety is going to go away.
Because
no
one
panic.
thing that people don't understand is that these things do that. If you are not using them or protecting yourself, they cause anxiety. They will make you look like you are insane, allegedly.
Well, there is Mhlangabezi says some of the points he raised on the newspapers he suggested on the podcast he attended yesterday, and that is this guy who
Nkululeko, my brother.
Yeah.
I didn't watch the podcast, by the way, guys. I haven't found
I
time.
saw the podcast, but I did, I'm still gonna watch it maybe.
You didn't finish it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not gonna say more. Okay. Mpumzi Gebuza. Hey, I want to say Gabuza there. Me being Zulu, man, I wanna go straight. Gebuza. When Teffo claimed that a judge is biased, I noticed that indeed at times he was biased. I remember the issue of the trial on the top of the trial, but when Mshololo raised it, it was entertained by but therefore it was not. And indeed, Pumzi, that was what we also observed. We observed that, we felt that allegedly there might be truth in there. Allegedly, we are just throwing allegedly everywhere. Forgive us, we just have to do that. Thandeka D, honestly, I had made peace with Teffo being gone. It would have been interesting to see Mshololo squirming, since her entire argument is built upon Teffo's research. And you might have a point there. And I mentioned that thing. I mentioned that thing that according to me, there is no Teffo, there is no Mshololo without Teffo. And I know that Mshololo has won cases. Mshololo is a self-made woman, and I'm not undermining women in this case, but in this case in particular, all the points that are raised by Mshololo. And I so wish tables can turn. Mshololo starts.
She be the first one to
I so wish that would be the case.
Maybe they should take that approach this time around, where she starts with whatever she has and she wastes time, because all of that interrogating of that former police what honestly, now that I look at it, it was honestly a waste of time.
Florence Kwana, please, good people, let's not forget to press that like button.
Please.
Welcome back, Advocate Teffo. Indeed, guys, please press that button. Press it, subscribe.
So that others can also find the live.
We also got a WhatsApp from one of our watchers, binge watchers in a sense, because he said that he needed to subscribe. So people, and I need to explain this process. You need to have YouTube app, that red app, so that you can log into that app. For those who do not know, log into that app. You download it. It should be on your phone. You download it, and then you load it, and then you look for Mzansi Reality. Obvious, we tell it as it is. That is our slogan. We tell it as it is. And then you press that like button such that that thing that says subscribe is no longer red. When it's no longer red and it's grayed out, that means you have subscribed. And then you go on and you press that bell, so that every time we go on like this abruptly, it just alerts you if you are online that there is Mzansi Reality live, going live now. And then you go further if you feel that we need your support, as we need all your support, guys. You become a member there, starting from 29 Rand, if I'm not mistaken, going upward. Obviously, it depends on your pocket and how you feel about it. But we are going to grow, and we need your support. We are building something. We need something. We have something on the side that we need your support on, and we are going to really need each other in this case. We thank you, Florence, for doing that, for reminding them to press that like button. We have 92 people watching us now. Can we have that 92 on the likes? And then can we have that 92 if they are not subscribers?
So that we also help others find the live. Your likes actually help other people find the live, especially the ones who are subscribed.
There is someone right now who's watching what we did. Probably is not, because it's not watching through YouTube.
They're watching the past
videos. They would have liked to catch us live. We are live. They can still go back and watch those things. Lonwabo Zweni, it's great to see Teffo back, finish his job. Let us hope that is the case, because indeed we felt a lot was happening in that case. I was sad, but I then consoled myself by saying, I feel like it's still going to be there. And there are people who said it on WhatsApp. There are people who said it, were sending WhatsApp and encouragement. People who really believed. I think there are people who are really praying hard for these things to go through. And anything that can actually help this case is important. All we are going to do is to give commentary on it, because that's what we do best. That is the way we support. Here is Caroline. Longo. Hey, madoda. Cishe futhi ngathi dlomodlomo. Here. Uthi iyo real sangomas. Yeah, Judge Maubani. Maumela. It says Mau, your cups of tea. I thought you have bit of flu to soothing your throat. Kanti.
Sip.
We are pepeta. Ooh, Judge, you are too much. No, allegedly.
It was a covered cup. It could have been water. It could have been tea. It could have been,
Zandindlovu, I suspect that he was lying low and wanted the Kumalos to celebrate. Hence, their celebration has to be cut short. Therefore, drama loading. Yes, there is.
Celebrate they did. Nimzwile uZandi wathini, hayi manje sekuno bantu abafana noTeffo.
Yes.
Ngathi how
Throwing shades. Well, Pumzi, what Mr. Anonymous, yazi, this thing yomuthi, most seriously, muthi is indeed mixed with either human fleshes or some evoked spirits from the dead. If it doesn't include white flesh or their spirit, it won't. You know, one thing about people of no color, they do have their own spiritual things that they do other than Christianity.
Yes.
And we must acknowledge those things. And if you do delve in those things, then you are suspect to this, unless, of course, you believe in umveli qali. And then that's a different whole ball game because everything gets cancelled. That's why we had judges like Mogoeng, who...
Remember, he used to kneel every time before he sat on that chair. He would go on his knees and pray. Really pray, not jokey. He was praying every time.
I wonder if the same argument, and if indeed what is being alleged about the Sangoma coming to the chambers is true, I wonder if the same argument can be used to actually try to probe on this thing, because Mogoeng was sort of persecuted for doing such things, practicing his own beliefs. Yes. Now, if this issue is true, I would like to see not double standards. I would like to see the truth. I would like to see like people saying, "Why is this happening?" The same way they used to ask this guy Mogoeng.
Because there was a lot of tension around him practicing his religion and practicing what he believes in the courtroom. He used to kneel down and pray, and some people had issues with that. Even in his commentary or when he's asked for opinions on things and he would infuse his religion and his beliefs, it was always controversial. So, if everybody saw that Sangoma walk into the chambers,
can we still treat it the same way as the Christianity part? Because I think that was a problem. So, Tembanis Tebe, hello fam, good news indeed with the glasses, chess, stuff like that, you know? Toby Lemkize, yip. I think that's a celebration, and those are good news to Toby Lemkize. And we have Hlangabezi. The judge Maumela said he is drinking H2O.
Yeah, he did say he's drinking water, allegedly.
Yeah, he was making sure that is being had.
You did say that people who like to mention it. Did anybody ask him what was in the cup?
No.
And he volunteered the information.
He was using the news saying that the judge was drinking and all that. So I think he was trying to answer those.
That, by the way,
rumors.
this is water.
Yeah. But, you know, I was listening to Church Reality talking about the alleged stories of Zondo.
Yeah.
And it's true. You know, some of these things, they work to you because you have acknowledged them. Do you understand that? If I say, Emily, do you agree or do you acknowledge that I'm allowed to drink this? And you say yes. And then it works. Because you have allowed it.
I've given permission.
You've given permission for it to work.
I've said yes, it works.
By the way, that's for Church Reality. That was a good interview. Very scary stuff there by that guy what was the name of the guy? Popeye. Popeye. Hey.
Popeye.
Hey, that's a scary stuff, man.
My fave.
Now, it makes me from now on, like since the story of people using dead bodies water, and I don't drink water if I go to functions like that.
Even their food, hey, nami
nothing.
nyasaba, hey, I just want to go to church and be hallelujah. I don't want anything to drink. I don't want anything to eat. I'm good.
Prince Moyo said he was drinking H2O, laughing emojis.
He said
Indeed, he did say that he was drinking H2O, and we said, yeah, okay, it's okay. But as I said, some of these things, they need your permission. If you refuse, if you refuse, you know what we used to do when we used to play soccer, when we didn't have our own concussion, we would use such things as rama, milk, because in soccer, you know what they use? They use the short boys a lot. The short boys there, Baba, they would moor you. You'll come back tired. So they use the short boys a lot. So rama milk, it actually kills that. Or even that baby entrance. Because remember, there's nothing as pure as a baby. If there's something wrong and you are getting in a car and the baby starts crying hysterically, it means that there is something is wrong in that car, or something is going to happen.
Spiritually alone. They look like they're walking alone, but they are not. Spiritually, they have an army behind them.
Yeah. So, and then this is Tiamo saying the cartel behind the death of Senzo was powerful and dangerous, but God sent Teffo is here to expose them and reveal the truth. God bless, give him the strength and the power of delivering justice. In that interview,
yes,
of King Baga,
yes,
he touched on a very special thing, and King Baga is a young traditional. That was obviously also interviewed on a documentary about Kelly.
Yeah, he did emphasize on Kelly's spirituality a lot. He emphasized on it that she's spiritually strong. Allegedly.
So he said that you must be careful of fighting people. For instance, if Emily, you die on a street, according to our cultures as Africans, there is something we must do to go and fetch your spirit there. So normally people don't do that. So that spirit remains with whoever took that person's life. They can have that control only to find that you are fighting, but the same spirit that was actually maybe butchered or something is fighting against you as you are trying to seek justice for them.
Wow.
If uthola ukuthi maybe bathwala mhlambe ngaye ngempela makuthi khonto njengaleyo, if uthola ukuthi that was where the conversation was coming from. This guy has been giving a lot of hints, a lot of things,
So every time you call this person's name, it seems like you are invoking their spirit to fight for whoever omnamatel.
Yes, you are remember, if I took your spirit and it's working for me, whenever you're going to those to my grave, saying please fight spiritually and all that, you are only giving me power.
Wow.
That's what and it's true. And it's true.
Wow.
If really goes along those lines of I took your spirit, it's working for me. Remember last time there's a video where we were talking about the graves being digged by the so-called Sangomas.
Yes,
and those are the things they use them for. They normally would even go further and target the graves of rich people because they want to take or inherit that power that they have, those rich people.
I used to hear one Sangoma say even the spirit of a person of no color. There are some people who like that spirit. It makes them likable, or it brings them riches. And I was like, yeah? What?
Exactly. Even, okay, I don't even want to touch that thing of slay queens, because some of them, they delve deep into these things. Teffo is going to get himself sued. You know what is difficult about that? It's a Twitter thing.
Yeah.
So it could be and it could not be. Yeah.
What if it's not him?
Yeah. So
what if?
That's why we're using it with allegedly. And it comes from Twitter.
Yeah, and it comes from Twitter. I had to mention that it comes from Twitter, so that if it's an imposter, they are revealed.
Yes. That's
but why can't we mention this? Why is it off limits? But it's not off limits for certain people. We know that certain people have been talking about it. They've been alluding it. They've been making videos threatening people about their spirituality. So why can't professionals bring it up? If it's really bothering them.
This is the problem that I have with the way our law operates. You know, if you look at the history in the olden days, if you had cases where you had to go sit with kings and they tell you whether you are wrong or right, there was always that element of spirituality that was catered for. Do you understand? Hence, our forefathers, Banebong, Nachisinebong, they come from such things. When the Western side came, they wiped out the realities of Africa. Now we have a problem where you cannot prove, though. Do you understand? In the olden days, we had Sangoma. Do you understand? In the olden days, we had Sangoma that were actually catering for this.
Yes.
Now they are removed. So you can do whatever. As long as you cannot prove it, as long as it's in the air, that's good. Well, Lindy, guys, do remember when Teffo was choking strong? Good rough. High Court. It's always going to be strong there. It's always going to be rough and difficult. Remember, we cannot ignore that anyone, charged or not charged, there is anyone who comes to court. There's spirituality that comes into play, because we all are spiritual beings. We are all spiritual beings. That's why we have something in English that we call karma. Now, I don't believe it's karma per se. I believe that it's if I do something wrong to you, it's your spirit fighting against me.
And then they call it karma.
Yeah, we call it karma. We clever blacks, we call it karma.
Well, there's someone here saying that it's not on our chat, but it's a comment I caught. But you're not saying what you are saying is true regarding Advocate Teffo's allegations on the Twitter. The Twitter Advocate Teffo, we're not talking about. But I have a lawyer friend who hasn't been able to speak for 3 months now because of such cases. Everyone saw the Sangoma too.
Okay, I'm done. NPA and SAPS will have to answer for the way they execute this case. It's unusual, and indeed it is unusual. It does not make sense. We are still trying to make sense. Every day something new comes up.
Something new comes up.
Because of the build-up of this case was so bad, such that everything was just, it's like they were mixing it as they were going along. You know, it's like someone will sleep and say, okay, we need to add 1, 2, 3. And then the following day, someone comes, no, if we add 1, 2, 3, that 636 sounds and look like that.
Yeah. So
guys. Because I'm still asking even today, if you have the so-called confessions, whether they were through what do they call it in their terms?
Under duress.
Under duress.
Meaning they were forced.
Meaning they were forced. Where is the mastermind? Because then people confessed. Then they should be mastermind. As they were confessing, they should have said, no, so and so sent us. Where is that person? Why is that person not arrested if they are arrested? And that's a question that 636 cannot answer. That's where 636 is leaving us.
Differs.
Yes, it leaves us with, wow. So people who were executing the job for you, Emil, they are arrested and they admit. Let's say we accept that they admit.
Yeah. But
Why are you not
Who sent them?
Why are you not arrested?
Who sent them? Why are they not pointing that individual?
Okay, Prince Moyo, but guys, did you realize ever since the case started, Teffo has been going to the bathroom frequently? Yes, that also has to do with what he was also saying, that he was being threatened and all that. So sometimes he would not be able to think properly. And
I think we all saw it. I mean, even those who would like to admit otherwise know he's incompetent. You guys, these things do affect a person to be frantic and to just have anxiety. He was anxious a lot in court. We all saw it, allegedly. I have to say allegedly because some people like to act like they don't see these things and what is happening. But he was all over the place. I have been a victim of such things, and you become anxious. You are like crazy.
Boomsy, before I sleep, I just hope that therefore his head is right, okay? Not being conflicted like before. Let's hope he will follow the procedure of the court too. Otherwise, I like him. Okay, that is true. And I'm hoping, that's why I was saying, I hope that someone who can well articulate themselves
will be the one to speak.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then other than just articulation, they need also to be very, very strong. Be strong, because if you're not strong, well, you might find your tongue twisting and getting, man. Because in this world, we are faced with a lot of things. You can't just go to the fight.
I'm curious about a Sangoma in the chambers. That is very weird. I'm very curious about that. I'm curious as to everybody saw the Sangoma and they were comfortable. And they didn't file complaints or said anything or did nothing, something to say, but our spiritual journeys are not involved here.
That's why I always blame this law, and I say this law really is bad. But in any case, it's not for us. Tobeka D, Teffo was playing games. Uyapi engaqinile. He ought to have known ukuthi Veiws was strong lapaya.
Maybe he's a Christian.
Listen. Being a Christian is still okay. If you pray hard.
Must pray and fast.
Don't think that
way. Pray and fast.
Pray. This thing of being a Christian, and then you think that you're protected just by being a Christian. So at home, Emily, I hired this other guy to build me something there at home.
Yes.
And I told him vividly that, Chief, listen.
Yeah.
Listen.
Yeah.
Here we don't play in this area. Here, it's either or you jump. And the guy was like, don't worry, I'm strong, I pray. I was like, okay. And but they use that thing, they pray
holy
for
water.
Holy water. Yeah. So the guy was, and I was sure, would I velenshi umfundisi lapha, umfundisi uyangakhela, yabona?
What happened? Why do I have a feeling that something?
Yo, I got a call. After I've told him, good chief, here.
Yes.
You know when if I take you as a builder and I say go build where I'm from.
Yes.
I warn you in advance. I don't just take. I warn you that chief. Here we don't play.
Okay.
Here you must be strong.
Yeah.
And I promise you, Emil, there you must be strong.
Okay.
And then this guy went in. Yeah, built the first time foundation, everything was going well. And then the house was halfway.
What happened?
It started falling on the scaffold. But it didn't end there. The other day, when he came back the second day, it was molded with a proper stroke. A proper stroke. The guy couldn't work for like a month. I kept on calling and checking, putting money there, even though he was not working. And I told him, Chief, I told you, this is village Islam. Here we don't play here. Here we don't have. Some of us would, our siblings would have injuries out of nowhere. You know, injuries. People limp there. I told this guy, Chief, be strong. This guy was like, I'm fine. Hey, this thing moved there. He moved him.
Did he ever finish?
He did come back to finish after a month. That's when he shook my hand. He was like, yeah, I thought I was strong.
At least he survived.
He survived.
At least he survived. Some people don't make it out of their life.
No, I told him, Chief, you can do anything. You can come if you believe that you need to put some things there so that it protects you. As long as it protects you, it doesn't affect me.
Doesn't hurt.
Do your thing. Do you. Prince Moyo judge has been captured. Allegedly, this case is not going anywhere. Closed case. I do not think that this case is not going to go anywhere. I really do not think that way. It might take long. Things are changing. Let me put it like this. Let me paint a scenario here.
Okay.
And a different scenario that we probably didn't look at.
Yeah.
Let us say the allegations that have been labeled by Advocate Teffo are true. Let us assume, and this is an assumption.
Okay.
Wait for this. December, the ruling party is going to elect a new. It could be the current president or a new president or the whole thing. And looking at what has happened in KZN and other parties of this country, it could be that we get a new person, right? And it could also go the other way. Let's say though it does happen that we get a new person. That person might probably have to change everything. So everyone that had power might lose their powers. Now, the case at the time, because you look at the case is pushed to September.
But now they are going on the 2nd of August is to plea for the accused one to fall to be released.
Yes.
So
this case is gonna go on until next year late.
Next year, yes.
So anything can happen between. If indeed the theories that were put on the table were true. Do you understand? So everything can change. So as the protection, if it did exist, it can change.
It can change.
So be careful of what God can really play here. You'll be surprised. You'll be very, very surprised. The way people, when people went to conference in KZN, there were people who were so confident that we've got this on the packet, because they put all the rules that were in play. Guess what?
Things quickly changed.
120. None from the other faction got in. And that's when you think, I have won. I've got it. So, yeah, be careful of what you say. That's all I want to say. And that is also based on assumptions. I'm just creating a scenario.
And I also feel like Advocate Teffo wouldn't just change his mind. I feel like maybe there are people that talk to him,
Yeah.
Very important people that convinced him to not withdraw.
I'm just going to read this name like Deidre.
Okay.
I really hope he's strong enough this time around because he was really getting affected. Yes, that's what we also hope. Mpo, maybe therefore had gone to perform his rituals and now he feels strong and is fighting fire with fire. That's the way to go.
That's the way to go.
If you ask me, that's the way to go. Maybe that person, I also advise him that, hey, Chief, you are needed there. I'm told that you are needed there. Go back there.
Maybe the person who strengthened spirituality, your fate is there. And honestly, if he would have left the way he left, it was going to not do him any good future reference wise. Already they were on. You saw those lawyers and legal advocates that came out of nowhere to kind of speak on his condorum and stuff.
Look, if
so
you
it's gonna leave a bad image.
If you are a person who really uses other forces, I would advise you to even go out or even go to that site of Tzanini as you approach the border gate and around that area in KZN, because that's when you are going to get proper deals, so that you come back strong, because it should be that whatever that is playing is null and void. It's the law versus the wrongdoers.
The law and the law. Not ezinye izinto mazizithi bounce. You just focus on exactly what you have to do, and that is to win. And that is to prove your case.
Mabule. Popedi, Mohoto, I keep listening to them on radio. Ho cheletsaneng. Yes, ho cheletsaneng.
Radio ho cheletsaneng.
Okay, radio ho cheletsaneng. Yeah. Mapule, they know spiritual realm, and indeed, I also do listen to them. They speak Sotho.
Yeah,
deep Sotho. So indeed, if you listen to them, those people, they would explain.
Too much knowledge, spiritual.
What I like about them, you know what I like about them is that they are not ignorant. They are not ignorant. We have Christians who are so ignorant, and the word ignorant is important here, because ignorant is when you believe that only your spirit exists and only your spirit works, and that is wrong. There are other spirits, even in the Bible. The fact that there's Satan walking amongst us here, it tells you that there are spirits here. The fact that even in the Bible, you can read about gods, not God.
And demons too.
Tells
the book
you,
of Revelation.
It tells you, I feel like people were robbed from the Bible when they took away from that book. Which one is it?
The book of Enoch.
The book of Enoch. People don't read that book. So
it's not there. They took it out.
That's why I'm saying you need to read. Reading is not sinning. You want to know. Seek wisdom so that you can praise God accordingly. So if you are going to ignore, so Bomkoto, they explain this thing because they've experienced it. So if you haven't experienced it, you become the clever blacks.
Yeah, I even see them here. They are fighting on Twitter.
Slick fire. Fire with fire. Exactly. That's what you do. Fire with fire. That's what you do. Tools. I said it, guys. Advocate Teffo, strategic. he will confuse everybody in the way that I like Uzandi mentioned in her interview that
because
she hates Teffo and looked very much relieved when he quit. Why? He looked very much relieved when he quit. Why did he do that? Why?
She even took to her personal Instagram and posted about the man. I'm like,
And he was posting Advocate Mushalala also and saying Intombi Zulu. Yeah. Tsiamo Slick, those who take Advocate therefore lightly will regret. He earned his stripes to qualify as an advocate. Yes.
And it's not an easy journey.
Yes.
Mr. Anonymous, tell people how not easy it is to be an advocate. We're not talking about passing your law degree. There's another phase where you qualify to be an advocate. That is a process.
So I have a friend I have friends who not actually a lot are in Johannesburg bar. The other ones are in Pretoria bar because I obviously come from that side in terms of school. So most of them they like Pretoria bar. Some of them you have seen here on TV explaining certain things, but they don't like them because those ones they are not going to jiga. They move straight. And they were
so
politicians.
They don't invite them that much.
Yeah, so they don't like those ones.
But they have some of them.
Yeah, a lot of them actually have been on TV. So they talk about other things. When it comes to these things, they always bring those ones that are briefed. So those ones, they don't like briefing. We were briefed enough that side of where I was studying when we were dealing with the right to learn campaigns and all those things. We were briefed enough. Now, if you are going to brief me now, as a person who's got independence. At the time, obviously, it was important. At the time, it was important for me to listen and drink those coffees and teas. By the way, that's when I learned a few things that how we actually sell as people. It's a story for another day. Because there, you would get a call from someone who's super top there. And you ask yourself, I'm only a student. Why am I getting these calls? At night. At night, it can be 9. You get a call from an unknown number. When you are busy organizing a strike there, they say, this one is problematic. Call that one. Call this one. And you get a call. Says, Chief, look, man, we're at your gate by the rest there. And then you wake up. And then you see a lot of cars with a lot of securities. They say, Chief, listen, man, we know that with our intelligence, we have actually detected that you guys are busy organizing 1, 2, 3. Can you make sure that thing doesn't happen? You will find Comrade in the morning talking different stories after the whole brainstorming of weeks and weeks and weeks. And comrades in the morning, they are talking different stories. You're like, but also, why are these people doing these things now? Hey, now you look like you are crazy. You are alone, you are pumped up, you are ready to fight for students. You find comrades. Hey, what? Hey, you find comrades deliberating instead of acting.
After working for months.
Yes. You find comrades deliberating there. Look, man, wait, Chief, wait. Look, we understand. We are ready. Let us give them one chance. Let's go talk to them. We will brief the students. You remain here, or if they see that you are hot-headed, and you must know that they didn't call you that day. You were
when
not
they
called
were negotiating on the side.
Because you see, the problem is what they don't call all of you. They look at those people at the time who are strong in terms of, and they call those people. So if we're not on that one, you were not leading the line. You were just making sure that things are happening. Chief, they won't call you. They won't call you. You don't get those teas and good stuff. When you are called, they call you and sit down with you and say, look, man, we see that you haven't paid our school fees. How about we write off this thing? And then we're going to give you, we're going to move you with a card there to go and enjoy the food for the whole year. And then you're like, yeah, no, think about it. No, I'm not saying, just think about it. But while you're thinking about it, Chief, make sure that these things don't happen for now. We're still negotiating, right? And then as you are busy talking there, you'll see one woman coming with proper, they'll ask you, do you drink one coffee or water or drink? You're stunned, you're sitting on the chairs that are massaging you there.
And that, ladies and gentlemen, is how our leaders currently, or even before, that's what happened.
Then in the morning, you'll deal with the struggle that was happening there. You make sure that, hey man, look man.
Come down, comrade.
And people are trusting.
Once you start hearing, come down, comrade, at the 11th hour, you must know there's trouble. Something ain't right.
Order, you must have order.
Order, comrade.
Comrade. Hey, look man, you call those ones who are hot-headed. You call them and say, look, my comrade, can you come here? I want to brief you, man. I want to brief you. Look, man, my comrade. It's fine, man. Look, man, I just talked now with the 1, 2, 3. Can we go and engage, facilitate? Because now, remember, my comrade, as much as we want to do right by the students, but we also have tests to write. Now you are reasoning. Like we are part of...
After months of planning.
So that's how things are. When they deal with you, they always look at what you don't have. If you don't have rest, they will tell you. If you are renting, they will tell you, look, man.
The best rest.
So every time you have what we call that thing, they would research about you. They don't just call you. They research about you and say, okay.
They find out what you need.
Emily is from this background. Your parents are not working and stuff like that. Emily is just here.
What does she need?
Emily is just here. That's it. So, no, look, man. Look, it's fine. It's fine. They will even tell you, Chief, you're struggling here. Look, you're struggling here. If you want help, we can help you. We have such facilities. And then really you just take it.
Gone.
You are gone like that. But in any case, the issue of Sangoma, if Teffo really wants to continue, he needs to fight fire with fire.
All right, that is your message.
That's my belief, because there's no other way. There's no other way.
Mina, I'm personally okay with him bringing it up because not so many want to talk about it. It's like a hidden secret, something that shall not be. However, it does affect people. People are affected by these things, especially those who don't use them, who don't themselves fight fire with fire. They are leaning on the Spirit of God to protect them.
This member of ours, Afro man must not drink from the coffee mug. This time, if he wants water, it's good. What is good? As assist must get him the sealed bottled water. Hey, you must get the sealed water. I guess I would like to actually have that. Why was it no sealed bottles in such a very big case, by the way?
But others had them. Advocate Msholo was drinking from one.
They just that the Afro man.
Advocate Teffo was drinking from a bottle I saw once or twice.
Just that the Afro man wanted an open surface.
Wanted a cup, a coffee mug, poured the water inside and drank from it. Allegedly.
Water.
Allegedly.
Whoa. Who drinks water with a cup of tea? Where was the glass? Glass is also transparent. By the way, This case, Mhlangabezi, this case seems like there has been lots of unusual incidents happening behind the scenes. I remember the day where Teffo was saying there is a man of no color guy who wants details of the accused in court. Right. We have what we call WhatsApp here. You can call.
Okay, the lines are open. Anybody who has an opinion about what they just heard and wants to put it in vocal record, just rant. Yeah, you are free to do so now. You can call the number that's scrolling on the screen down below. Okay, and let us know what you think, because wow, now I'm still stuck on the Sangoma allegations. I'm still trying to process that. I'm still trying to be like, but how does this Sangoma allegedly walk in so freely in the chambers?
No, but there's nothing wrong with Sangoma, remember?
It's not that there's nothing wrong with it. This case is heavy. And Sangoma in the chambers.
Oh, he said boiled water.
Oh, he said boiled water, hot water.
Okay.
Okay.
Tools, Afro-Man claims it's warm water, but he seems to drink it for a very long time. Good observation. Yeah, because, if it's warm, you want to drink it warm, right?
Yes.
What?
Yes, you do. You want to finish it, guap it quickly before it turns cold.
Yeah, that is true.
Especially if it's warm, not hot, warm. If it's warm, you want to gaga.
Yeah, because maybe there's a reason. I don't know what the reason is. Those who
maybe
know.
he's trying to lose weight, allegedly.
No, but it doesn't have much weight, Afro-Man.
Okay,
Tiam Slick, John Afro-Man Morili versus Kofi Mark. He said he must take it warm with fire, and that's it. Guys, please subscribe and like the video. We're waiting for the callers. As we're waiting for the callers, we will still speak and say whatever that we want to say. We've been waiting for this time. We have been itching to say what we want to say, and this is the time. This is the right time. Which other time is better than the time when better than the time when we have to talk about what is happening. Yes, I have covered all the comments.
I would like to see your comments, guys. I'm sorry about that. I am
proud of that. Yes, there is a caller. Hello. Hi, caller.
Hi.
We're not going to mention your name, right? Because you said.
Yes.
Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. Hey, mentioning names now is dangerous. Hey.
Okay.
Yeah. Can't Afro-Man now as I toilet because unwami zimzaro. Abe bamukopela di 5 minutes right to yana abulelo.
I think the man is controlled, man. They think the man has control.
Unwamuthi kada.
Allegedly.
Allegedly unwamuthi. That's why if haro abulela. Afro-Man unomuhatela fela kalunzu yana lelinyana wa mopok. If wa tlhaga na wa titum.
Yeah, I've seen
Allegedly.
most of the time when he tries to fight back, it does not happen. The man becomes victorious, and it looks like there's that. When I was looking at him, it was like that lion.
A lion.
And then everybody starts getting confused. Even us, Mohai, we are confused.
I just was
because we don't understand the spiritual whatever is going on there.
It's Bluetooth. Bluetooth.
Because I feel confused, especially when I'm watching that court live. I'm like, Emma Pili, wake up. What?
Where he killed me is when he said, I was wondering where actually you got your qualifications. I was like, what? A judge can say that?
The whole Afro-Man.
Yes.
And then Udumetso or the advocate everything mo khoto mo la represented the client mara na ti putsa re di mano tsene ka school.
How?
Yo.
I was very surprised. Yeah.
Mara Bluetooth ya bereka guys, lina ka inyaka no. No.
Thank you. Right, that was it's one of those. Guys, you can call us. There's Slick. He felt sick and started taking the stuff. Was it after or before? After they allegedly saw Sangoma, I don't know. Oh, maybe he was sick and then Sangoma was helping. I don't know. Maybe because he did say he was
not well.
Yeah, he was not well.
Maybe.
Yeah, maybe Sangoma's like, hey, let me help you. Whoever say can bring a doctor, any doctor, traditional. That's another point that you're making, and it's a good point.
It's a good point.
We take that. Guys, you can call the number below, and while you're doing that, smash that like button.
Please
and
smash that like button
become
and subscribe and become a member of this channel.
That's how we roll. We are the only channel that does this. They've tried, they've failed, they are trying, they are still gonna fail, because the problem, you need to be objective.
Hayi kunzima, go tough, go tricky.
Look at what time we're going live.
Yeah, hayi kunzima, go tricky. As for saying I started having nightmares. After Judge Maumela brought his Sangoma at court.
But I still think that I don't think much could have. My thinking, I'm thinking differently. Obviously, I cannot say how I'm thinking because I cannot, but I'm just thinking differently.
Okay.
Hello.
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 Hi.
Yes.
Njani?
Siyaphila.
Siyaphila Mr. Anonymous. Now man, ngifuna ukunishayela izandla like the way nihlaziya ngayo nakhona. This issue ka advocate Teffo yokuthi bounce back aboy. As a watching brief, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, yes.
Thank you so much. Siyabonga. Sis Emily, thank you so much.
Siyabonga.
Thank you.
Ubindani siyabonga.
Usibongele nakumuntu wakho lapho Emily.
Sharp.
Siyabonga. Usibongele nakumuntu wakho ukuthi even when these things come at night, and I'm happy you are the one actually who called and said, hey, let's do this.
No, this one was too hot. This one, I could not leave it alone, okay? And for Lapabati wants Advocate Kharinel, who is also representing the Mewa family, to be banned and removed from the case because he believes the 4 people Teffo is representing are the right people who killed Senzo Mewa on the 26th of October 2014 at Kedi Kumara's house in Fort Loras.
So it's a biased thinking.
Yeah.
I was very disturbed by that approach. And I will tell you, I've heard him saying that.
Even on news
yes, on the
channels.
news. I heard him saying
blatantly
that.
saying
on the
it
documentary.
Like that. I heard him saying that.
And I was very disturbed by that approach because that's an old approach, pro 94, before 94. You understand? That's how people were actually found guilty.
They were forced to confess.
As long as you have said 1, 2, 3, then all is good. All is good.
The interrogation was very, 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 very not kind. And then on top of that, they were forced to just so they could stop. They would write down things that they didn't do just because they wanted them to stop. And then the next thing, they are going there to be prosecuted.
Some of these things that are coming out of this case are really hard not to believe. Because you talk about these people who are in Joburg in Johannesburg. They were arrested there. Now you look at that, and then the people, the family members that keep on speaking, the family members that claim that they were visited by certain people. How can they synchronize that very quickly, considering that they are saying that they are even not allowed to be visited, some of them? So the truth is just seemingly, whatever that is happening is seemingly hard to ignore, because that means that they're not able to even talk to their sister who's that side in KZN. It's hard to not believe that really there could be a truth in what they're saying, because they're singing what the outsiders are also singing.
Yep.
So Mpo saying that 133 people watching this channel is growing, guys. Big up. Thank you, member.
Thank you.
And then I agree. This one I'll pass it. I'll just Tiam Slick. I am banking on Teffo's record of solving old cases. Yesterday he mentioned he won 9 out of 10 cases. That is what, 90%?
90%.
Some were dating back 23 years ago.
Wow.
And
So
he got
specializes
those
with
clients
cold cases.
reinstated. Imagine 23 years. Yeah, he did mention that he has more experience with labor law.
Oh.
Yes. But then obviously that does not limit you from expanding the criminal side of it. More so if you have that experience of it. I also have friends that have done cases that are not within their speciality. I also have a friend who's doing labor law, specifically has a company for labor law, but he does take cases of someone deleting someone in this world and all that, and he has actually done well. She has actually done well for herself. Please smash that like button and make sure that you subscribe, you become a member of this channel. I am so that's what Tiamo was saying, and it is true. As long as you have confidence to deal with these cases, that's all we need. That is all we need.
Okay.
You can still call us. We're still available. We're listening to people saying, while we're doing that, make sure that you smash that like button. At least if we can reach 70 on that like button before this live end, that would be nice to have. That would be great. And if we can reach at least this 100, can be. If you are not subscribed, become subscribers. That'll be great. That's all we're asking for. We have 134 watching as we speak.
So guys, thank you for joining us and making this such an educational experience where we get to discuss things that most people don't really want to talk about.
It's hard. Dudu Mohala. I hope I'm reading you right, but I can say Mohal. Yes, we are watching. Please press that like button if you haven't, and also subscribe. Tiamo. Now I will hire Advocate Teffo anytime. Malema said he would not.
Yeah, I said he would not.
That man is good at what he does. More so if you have a labor problem. Therefore, has already told the world who he is. It's only that he got them off guard by jumping the gun allegedly. Show them the cards. Show them his hands before time. And obviously, if really the forces were in play here, you would end up doing things that you didn't plan to do.
And I feel like, when you feel threatened, like you can die any day, allegedly, you would want to kind of show your cards.
Yeah.
That has always been my feeling with him.
That's the only thing. It's like someone taking your kid, Emil, and then gets in a car, they drive, and you chase them, and you start maybe shooting at them. they would start driving recklessly because they are trying to protect themselves and run away from you, disappear. And that's what I felt like was happening. And that sort of now played in the hands of Vaseline, who was surprisingly most of the time quiet now and then, but does to interject now and then to make the matters even worse.
Yes.
You know, yeah. So as we know, Vaseline, if you are new to this channel, we are not going to tell you who's Vaseline, but
find out
who's
that's
Vaseline.
your assignment.
Who's Blue Sea? It's your assignment. Friends Moffat, what kind of games is this Teffo playing? He is not unprofessional. He is so unprofessional. Look, what I've realized in watching, because I'm also watching Advocate Mkwebane's yes.
Dalimpof.
Yeah, I'm watching Dalimpof.
Advocate Dalimpof.
What I've realized is that in law, you can play as much as you want, as long as you can justify it. Do you understand? As much as I can say, I want to live.
And honestly, these allegations would be easy to ignore if the other parties that are aligned with the case didn't play with spirituality as well. Some parties are busy playing with spirituality and they are making it seem as if it works in their favor, this spiritual element. And now for him to bring it up, it's kind of hard to ignore because some have already done it in advance.
Yes.
Do you understand what I'm saying? So we can't ignore that other people have been making videos talking about spirituality, saying things about spirituality with regards to this case. Do you understand? With regards to what is happening, the activities that are surrounding this case.
You know what I like about this whole case? As a judge, you are not supposed to say, no, you cannot come back. Because you are infringing on the rights of people. So if they still want that person to represent them and still has his license to practice according to law, well and good. Let him do what he does best. Your personal differences should not matter. Circle them outside if you can. Write to the bar and do whatever that you want to do. Yeah, that's all you can do. He might be, this is Tully Tools, he might look unprofessional as you suggest, but this man is, this man who's being attacked by the big people, don't worry, uzobona. And then... Yeah, now I'm getting to that level. Maybe the Bluetooth is working.
We cancel it in the name of Jesus. Cancel it.
So, Lindani, it is very hard to just discuss such matters. We are glad to have such platform to express viewpoint, and this is public opinion.
This is public opinion.
We are also happy that you guys are enjoying that. Siam, we couldn't wait for those who were in the house to take the stand. He wanted to cut the long story short by announcing who did what, allegedly. Yeah, sort of make them feel threatened so that they can start talking the right talk that we need.
Hi, interview leyan. Hey, those interviews are gonna be subpoenaed at some point. Ne? They are going to be referenced. Mina angazi ukuthi bakangeneleni. And I don't think this is a smart idea. Okay, but who am I?
Baga said also that if you used muthi and then you took that person's spirit, so every time you're about to do something, you like that noise that follows because it sort of increases you.
Oh, it would make sense.
So the noise, if it's anything to go by, it just picks the right time when someone is releasing. It just picks the right time. But we are not saying anything. Obviously, we're just saying what was said by Baga, and that's it. We're gonna end there.
Interesting.
Tuli Tools. It's very high it's very high risky case, and I understand if Teffo name calls people in the case something happens to him. In case something happens to him, and that's true. That's my
feeling as well.
Gabsile Mabuza, Mr. Anonymous, please read my comment after France Mofati above. I saw that comment. I think I saw it. I just some of these comments I'm not gonna read them, but I'm gonna show them.
Okay.
So because remember, I'm the one who's controlling who comments comes up in the pop-up. I am controlling that. So sometimes I'm just gonna show it. I'm not gonna read it with my own mouth. It's better that way.
It's better for it to be
Not
shown.
that I'm not reading your comment. I just read it. So remember, I must first read them first, and then because I don't want to say things. Next thing, I find myself next to Vaselina there, having to answer a lot of things. You never know, man. You never know. Elias came out of the bag, and poor therefore can now concentrate and deal with the case. Hopefully, all these threats will subside, and there won't be more life threats to advocate. Therefore, allegedly, obviously, because we don't know whether
Allegedly.
We're just gonna say allegedly.
We're just gonna say allegedly.
And then Elias again. Surely there has been activities behind. There's been so many activities behind the scene. Hence, therefore, is back. I feel like also there's that confidence of something, because you don't just come back and announce that you're coming back beforehand. I would have waited I would have applied and did everything, or I would have let the court know, maybe kept quiet, but maybe to ruffle the feathers further, you just announce and say in advance, I'm back. It was never me gone. The case was on pause.
I come back.
Hey, hello, my name is Advocate Teffo.
I'm come back.
Yeah, so even the announcing is like an egg in the face. Like, bah, there you go.
They were quick to celebrate.
Yeah, you don't celebrate the chickens before they hatch. That's what
This is
we're
a
told.
long trial. This is a marathon. This is a long trial. Okay. Prepare for anything and everything. Prepare. That's what you should be doing. Not 15,000 gazillion interviews.
What I've realized, the defense lawyers, they always annoy the hell out of the judge.
Yes.
Except
for one.
Look at Mpofu.
Oh.
He's a defense lawyer for advocates.
He doesn't have a smooth court session at all. Advocate both doesn't have smooth court sessions.
No.
All.
And I'm watching those.
Everything. They ridicule everything he does. Okay. They've been doing it for years.
And like, is it today where that chair was saying, sort of what Afro Man was saying? You've asked that, and then Bof was asking, are you saying that what I'm asking is not relevant? And that's how it dealt with the whole situation. But there is fights now and then with the chair that is sitting there. This is funny though. It's funny because if you look at it, just to talk about what that impeachment of Advocate Mkhwebane, it's difficult to deal with those things, considering that probably the chair comes from the ruling party, and the ruling party's president is also sort of part of this whole thing, implicated, and it's very difficult to deal with. When we say the law must have no eyes and all that. I think that's what people are saying. It must not have people who are so close to it, such that they are exceptions now and then.
It clouds their judgment. They pick sides before they're even done with gathering the facts.
It's one of those. It's one of those, guys. Guys, I asked for 70. I'm left with 5 likes before we cut this.
5 likes. How many people are on the chat?
I asked for 20 subscribers. I'm not sure how many I have now.
20 subscribers?
Yeah, I did ask for 20 subscribers. Didn't I mention that I asked for 20 subscribers?
No, you didn't tell me. Or
okay,
I missed it.
Okay, guys, because everything must be read to you, must be said to you guys. Okay, can I please have 20 subscribers?
Can I also have those 5 likes? Yeah, please, I beg.
It's only 4 now that
I
is
am
left.
begging you. We are begging for likes. I'm begging. Please. Close the chat and press that like button.
They thought they won. This is Tiam. They thought they won without Teffo. They are now forced to go back to new tactics. Dr. Sangoma, elimination, and the bribery allegedly.
Allegedly.
Allegedly. I like the gang is learning how to say allegedly.
Yes, guys. Allegedly.
You just threw it. Allegedly.
Allegedly. It's our safe word for our opinions. Because these days, people can't have opinions. I don't know what is happening to the world.
It's changing, man. It's changing.
We can't have opinions anymore. People take it so personal. I don't understand.
People are so personal.
Hey, people take it personal. It's an opinion. It's an opinion. How?
Okay, I'm missing 10 subscribers now. I see. I'm missing 10 subscribers. I've got my likes, 10 subscribers. That's what I'm missing. Guys, please do me a favor. And then Tiamo. Hey, Tiamo is busy. Yeah.
I wish I could say.
The likes button. Yes. You see, it's saying the same thing. But one more day, more the likes and the subscribers, guys. I'm missing 10. I'm still missing 10 subscribers. And then from those subscribers, guys, I'll be grateful because that would have been a perfect day for me. I would have seen the reason why I had to stay up until 11:30 because and then tomorrow I have to go to work. and then tomorrow I have to go to work. I'll be
Please give Mr. Anonymous those 10 subscribers. Please hit the subscribe button, please. I beg.
Because the ones that are chatting here, I'm definitely sure they're subscribers because you can't chat without subscribing. For those who haven't liked,
and for those who have not subscribed or are kind of calculating whether they should subscribe or not, it's free. Doesn't cost a thing. Why are we limiting the chat only to subscribers? Is to keep the bots away. There are some people who sell inappropriate things in the comments and they post things that just annoy our subscribers. So to keep them out, to keep those robots out, we only open it up for subscribers. We don't have to spend too much time cleaning or trying to clean up the comment section or the chat. Okay.
And then our member is saying, Emily, your cat is out of the bag nowadays. I like it. 3 hands. Yeah.
My cat is out of the bag.
I feel like your personality is vavavoom.
Oh.
Yes, I'm missing.
Thank you.
I'm missing 9 now. I have 1. I got 1 just now, guys. I see. I'm checking all these numbers very quickly. And I'm grateful, guys, for what you do to us. That's why we are not gonna sleep on anything that we feel that it should be in front of you. Please go out and check other videos where we're critical, and we obviously might differ, but the most important thing is that we are growing as a nation. We are growing as a.
We are not here to tell you what to do. We are here to engage.
Yeah, guys.
In conversation
That's
and
my
dialogue.
bye, guys. Again, I love everyone who was here, and I appreciate everything that has happened. Emily, do you have anything to say before we leave?
I love you guys. Thank you so much for joining us. Every time we go live, it helps to know that you guys are here. You know,
Yes,
we're not
yes.
speaking to ourselves or talking to ourselves. So thank you so much. I appreciate your time. I appreciate the comments. I appreciate the likes. Thank you so much.
Appreciate it.
And I love you.
We are happy that you chose us compared to mainstream media. You are here. You could be listening to nice stories somewhere, but you have this nice story to listen to using your
Yes.
data. We appreciate that
appreciate
a
you
lot.
so much. Thank you.
That's a bye for me.
Bye.